Hey guys, before we get started, I just wanted to state now that I may make pronunciation errors, so please forgive me for that, but let's just get started with number 1. ReZero, or Real Life in a Different World from Zero, was initially written by Teppei Nagatsuki as a web novel. From April 2012 onwards, Nagatsuki serialized the ReZero under the username Nezumi Iro Niko, meaning mouse-colored cat, on the user-generated content site Shosetsuka ni Naro. Currently, there are over 30 volumes of the web novel, and Nagatsuki has stated that ReZero is currently around its midpoint, meaning there will be at least 60 volumes by the end of the plot. The first light novel volume, with illustrations by Shinichiro Atsuka, was published on January 24, 2014 under Media Factory's MF Bunko J imprint. The series editor, MF Bunko J Ikimoto Masahito, first became aware of the web novel in April 2013 when it began to appear on his Twitter feed. He was immediately impressed by the series' news of Return by Death, and how it was depressing yet surprising twist on the fantasy genre. This led to Media Factory acquiring the series for print publication. Masahito began working with Nagatsuki to adapt the series into an official light novel. Most light novels are around 250 pages in length, but Nagatsuki submitted a manuscript that was over 1000 pages long for the first novel, forcing Masahito to edit it heavily. While Nagatsuki wanted to engage in world building early on, Masahito felt that it was more necessary to make the readers feel engaged with the characters. He ended up rearranging the story so that parts focusing on the world and its lore were pushed back to the third arc of the series. As of March 2016, 8 volumes of the light novel have been published, as well as 2 side story volumes and 2 short story collections. Recently, in August, Nagatsuki began a new series of short stories, focusing on the character Elsa. The light novels are published in English by Yen Press, who announced their acquisition of the license on December 2, 2015. According to Japanese light novel news site LN News, the series had 1 million copies in print as of June 2016. The light novel series was the 10th best-selling light novel series in Japan from November 2015 to May 2016, selling over 260,000 copies during this period. The first and second volumes were the 35th and 48th best-selling light novel volumes, selling over 40,000 to 50,000 copies each respectively. Although the anime is very loyal to the novels, there are some differences. If you guys are interested in picking up light novels and wondering how the anime relates back to it, you should know that the anime follows the light novels and the light novels follows the web novel. The light novels currently split into 3 arcs with the total volume of 8 volumes. The first arc, consisting just volume 1, is covered by episode 1 to 3 of the anime. The second arc consists volume 2 and 3 and is covered by episode 4 to 11. The third arc, being the latest one, consisting volume 4 to 8, is covered by 12 to 25 of the anime. And although volume 9 is coming out soon, there isn't a lot of content for a second season of the anime from the light novel. So if there is going to be a second season, it would either follow a new original story or it would just follow the plot from the web novels, as there is more than enough content in the web novels for at least 2 more seasons. Just like most art conceptions, ReZero had different iterations portraying its characters. Prior to his involvement in ReZero, illustrator Shinichiro Atsuka worked on video games, which led him to draw the backgrounds first when illustrating the series. After reading the web novel, however, he submitted a number of character designs for the major characters to editor Masahito. Subaru's initial design made him look like a delinquent, with Atsuka later describing it as not the face of a boy in his teens, leading Masahito to request that the character be more friendly and less fierce, so that the audience could empathize with him during emotional scenes. Originally, Emilia's character design appeared extremely plain, so a number of features were added to make her more interesting. Masahito specified in his own words that she must fit the archetypal heroine role, so she had to look more like a heroine. Rem and Ram also underwent significant changes from the first draft. Their original designs lacked the characteristic hair parts, and their maid uniforms were longer and more traditional. Kobayashi Yosuke, the voice actor for Subaru, was told by the anime director Watanabe that it was a no-brainer that he would be chosen to voice Subaru. In the scene where Subaru was resting his head on Emilia's lap, for example, the voice actress Raya Takahashi said that she had to make it more intimate sounding by pushing her lips as close to the mic as possible, and at one point she even touched the mic with her lips. Furthermore, Nagatsuki came up with the idea of ReZero while enjoying the night with some ginger ale at a family restaurant while he was discussing with his friend that, in his own words, that an incompetent protagonist that saves a silver-haired heroine would be nice, right? It's nice, right? So he was questioning it himself and he decided to do it and work. There's a couple of things you might want to know about Subaru. He's 18 years old when the series. He's 173 centimeters tall and weighs 70 kilos, and his birthday is on April the 1st. Emilia, she's half elf and she has the mental age of a 15-year-old but a physical age of a 19-year-old, but in reality she's actually 108 years old, and also she stands at 164 centimeters tall and her birthday is on September 23rd. And then Rem and Ram are both 17-year-olds and they were born on February 2nd and they're obviously twins. On April 2016, the anime series adaptation by White Fox began airing. Although the possibility of anime adaptation came up early in the development of the series, Masahito recommended Sho Tanaka, a producer at Kadokawa, to read Nagatsuki's web novels. Later, Masahito believed that Tanaka wasn't interested, but he found there were talks for the potential anime adaptation to happen. Masahito and Tanaka ended up having talks with Yoshikawa, an anime producer at Studio White Fox, about the possibility of his studio animating the series. They wanted to adapt the series similar to Steins Gate, which White Fox also produced. White Fox ended up taking on producing the series eventually. Production on the anime began sometime after the release of the 5th novel in October 2014. Watanabe was chosen by Yoshikawa to direct the series because he had previously worked for the studio doing key animation. Sakai was picked to be the series' character designer and animation director because Yoshikawa felt that she could be able to do justice to the novel's art and also maintain the series' animation quality over 25 episodes. The author Nagatsuki was very active in the production of the anime, attending script meetings, recording sessions and dubbing. While planning and scripting the anime, choosing a proper conclusion was one of the most difficult parts for the staff, and a significant amount of time was devoted to choosing what to cover in the final episode. The anime director Masaharu Watanabe wanted someone, in his own words, that could hit a nerve with him to produce the music for the anime. Watanabe is a huge fan of the drama series and was impressed by a piece of music in Deaf Organs, which is a medical drama, and coincidentally he found out that Kenichiro, the series composer, had also worked on a couple of his favorite anime and other dramas. After Suihiro agreed to work on the production, Watanabe gave him 3 major guidelines: use human voices during the return by death sequences, compose music that would really capture the emotional scenes just like he would for a movie or a drama, and pull all the stops for the suspenseful scenes. He really wanted the music to be admired by the audience and make a difference to the production, making it so much more enjoyable. Watanabe also asked for the music with a suspenseful vibe for the first half of the series, and for the second half he requested music with a romantic feel. Watanabe and Suihiro are both fans of the Italian composer Ennio Morricone, so while composing the soundtrack for the show, Suihiro tried to take inspiration from his works. Watanabe also asked for their songs to resemble Hans Zimmer's score from The Dark Knight. Suihiro was asked to use more traditional anime music during the slice of life scenes, even though Suihiro produced music that wasn't that anime-ish throughout the series. Watanabe has also made points where he wanted to use an entire song, such as in episodes 7 and 15, which is something that is usually unusual in animes, as using a whole song and its whole time length is not common. He has said that he wished he could use the opening and ending themes more frequently in the series as well, as it is quite limited. In August 2016, the game developer 5PB, and yes, you're right, the same company who made Steins Gate, announced that they were developing a visual novel based on the series, titled ReZero Death or Kiss. In Japan, the game is confirmed to be released for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita on March 23rd, 2017. The game basically follows an original story that differs from the light novel and the anime. It revolves around a contest that the 5 queen candidates appear in, known as the Beautiful Queen General Election. The prize for the election is a cursed object that Subaru folds to. Subaru ends up learning that he needs a kiss to get rid of the curse. While playing as Subaru, the player can choose between the routes featuring Emilia, Ram, Felt, Beatrice, Priscilla or Anastasia. The antagonists in this series follow a tradition to adopt the religious order of the 7 deadly sins. This role was taken up by the 7 witches of sins, powerful witches who were active 400 years ago before the 6 were killed by Satella, the witch of envy. However, even after being killed, the authority of the deadly sin is passed down to the next individual who possesses the witch gene. Members of the witch cult are known to be selected to represent the deadly sin. These members are known as the Sin Archbishops. Having the authority of a deadly sin gives the users certain abilities. Some examples of the abilities are: Sloth have unseen hand. The user can cause physical interference by creating an invisible force field in the shape of a hand. Gluttony, the user can eat the name and memories of their opponent. Greed, stillness of an object and time, the user can stop time of themselves or anything they're wearing, touched or even their breath. Wrath, the user can share or transmit their emotions and senses to others. Lust is variation and change, the user can transform themselves or other things into various things. Pride, the user can rewrite a phenomenon in their favor as many times as they want. Using this, they can negate their death, bury people into the ground instantly, teleport people without leaving any trace of their actions behind, and change people's memories. Seems a bit overpowered. And finally, envy, the user can create an invisible gravity field like ability that is able to crush both living things and magic alike. Demon beasts are one of the most exciting beings in ReZero, and although they are rumored to have been created by a witch to wipe out humanity, in actuality they were created by the witch of gluttony Daphne in an effort to eliminate starvation from the world. Born somehow through her mind and feelings, they were made to eat manna as to not needing a habitat or food. They were also made to grow larger and larger to increase the amount of food they can provide when they are killed. However, because of these two traits, demon beasts became far stronger than humans, causing them to start targeting humans themselves. It is said that if a demon beast have their horns broken, they follow whoever broke it. Among the demon beasts, there are 3 great demon beasts who are known to have been given special title as they are recognized for causing the most damage to humanity, which one of them have already appeared in the anime. The white whale, and the other 2 being the big rabbit and black snake, which are yet to appear. Have you ever wondered what Puck actually is? Well, Puck along with Beatrice, they are artificial spirits created by the Witch of Greed Echidna around 400 years prior to the story. Puck himself was a human before he was made into an artificial spirit by Echidna and has some sort of contract with her that seals his former memories unless a certain condition is met. Spirits can make contracts with spirit users. In the case of Puck, he made his contract with Emilia. Beatrice made a contract with Subaru even though he really isn't a spirit user. There are also 3 different types of spirits. There's normal spirits, quasi spirits and minute spirits. And unlike magic users, spirit users gather mana from outside their body. Anyway guys, I hope you learned something about ReZero that you didn't know beforehand. Please hit the like button and share with anyone that you think this may interest. Please check out our other videos. We have done 10 things on multiple animes now, and we are going to be covering more Dragon Ball Z and every other anime, Hunter x Hunter. Woo! I hope you check out our skip videos and anything else, and thanks for watching guys. Oh yeah, we do have an Instagram now. It's called Anime Balls Deep TM. We have a Twitter and a Snapchat. It's called Anime Balls Deep. Hope you guys follow us on there if you would like to keep up with us. And yeah, thanks for the support.